Welcome back to the Street Mechanic Podcast, and today I have a video from a woman that says, you know what, let's just skip all that, jump right into the video.
Quick story time. So me and this man matched on the apps. His approach was pretty good. He had good banter, which is usually a problem for these people called men. However, in the middle of the chat, we're chatting and he goes, "Can you cook?" Which we all know is a red flag. And I answer, "Of course I can cook. I'm a competent adult. I hope you can too. That's such an odd question." And then he kind of ignores it and goes on to say, "Oh, can we FaceTime to just like pre-meet?" Which I love, because I'm not leaving the house for somebody that I don't know who might be crazy, because 99% of the time they're not well. So we get on FaceTime and it's pretty good banter. Where are you from? What do you do? You're a professional woman. So then he delves straight into it. Oh, like, you know, what happened in your previous relationship? And I'm like, and I'm not about to bash anybody because they're not worth bashing. So I'm like, yeah, you know, the last situation didn't work out. We were not compatible. And he's like, "Oh, what do you mean you weren't compatible?" And I'm like, so he asked me, like, what's something I don't like in a relationship and dating? And I said, I don't like when a guy's unreliable. Like, being unreliable is one of my top pet peeves. And randomly, you know, he asked me, "Oh, what does unreliable mean to you?" And I said, like, you plan, you know, we're supposed to go on a date and you cancel. I don't like that. He now looks at me and he goes, "So are you a feminist?" I said, "Is it a trick question? What does feminism have to do with my preferences in dating?" But I already knew it was a red flag. I was like, why is he trying to ask me if I support the rights of women? Why? So I explained it. I said, I don't understand. What 1 + 1 is 2. So how did we get here? Like, why are you asking me? What does me having preferences in dating have to do with feminism? Like, where are you? What's this connection? And he's going to answer, well, you know, these days women expect men to be more effeminate and they don't allow men to be men. So maybe your expectations of him were really for women and shouldn't be for a man. And then he goes, so then I asked him, I was like, you know, so you're into gender roles? And he's like, yeah, I think a man should be a provider. And, you know, for me, I'm going to be a provider. I don't expect my wife to tell me to cook or to clean toilets. So I said, so you're supposed to be a competent adult. Right now, I assume you do your own dishes and clean toilet. You meet me, a professional woman who's making her own money. At my level, I don't even wash toilets. I outsource that. So you expect a woman of my caliber to date you and then downgrade my life and become your toilet cleaner. So he now said, "Oh, but if men have to participate in domestic chores, what's the benefit to men?" So I said, so I now told him, I said, you know, every time people get into these topics about, cleaning, cooking, it's an impoverished mindset, because I'm working, so I ain't got to do either. So if your plan is to date a woman so that you can make her a maid, it makes you an impoverished man, period. So this man comes back, right? And he's like, "Oh, I'm thinking, oh, maybe I've scared him away." Like, in my head, I'm like, good. Like, I've told you, I'm not here to be your domestic staff, you weird man. So I'm thinking, oh, I've scared him away. This man comes back and he's like, "Oh, I would really like to take you on a date." So now I'm curious. Am I going to go on a date with him? And no. So I said, "Oh, okay. Where are you thinking of taking me? What are the options? Send me options." He said, "Oh, where are you?" I tell him where I am. He's like, "Okay, I'll send 2 options, like kind of equidistant for where you are." I said, "Okay, cool." Send me option. This man sent me Starbucks 1, Starbucks 2. Needless to say, I did not respond again. He has been unmatched, but I just said I should share a story time, which I never do, but yo, it's crazy out in these streets. Ladies, if you are single and thriving, just stay single and thriving, because look at the material of what is out there.
All right, so y'all saw the video, and here's what I'm going to say about this. Number 1, he asked you, can you cook? There's nothing wrong with that question. A lot of women out here either don't cook or don't know how to cook. So he's asking you for a reason. I don't see the problem with a man asking that question. That's something that men nowadays should ask to make sure that you know if the person you with cooks. Because if she don't, that might be a red flag for the man asking, because it'd be a red flag for me. You can't cook, that's going to lead to something else that you probably can't do either, which would probably be cleaning, but that's another story. Next, hold on, let me grab my notes for a second, because I'm going to really have to look into this one. Okay, are you a feminist? He's probably speaking from a traditional mindset, meaning he might want to be, as he said, the provider. So in his eyes, him going to work and paying for all the bills for him means that he's the man and he doesn't need a person to be 50-50. He's going to take over the role as a traditional man and take care of everything. All she got to do is take care of the house, the cooking, and the cleaning. Sounds normal enough to me. I don't see the problem here, but I'll get to the real problem after I get to number 3. And number 3, which is going to Starbucks. The man don't know you from a hole in the wall. He's trying to get to know you. He wants to take you to Starbucks. There's no problem with Starbucks. There's nothing wrong with Starbucks. You go there, you meet, you have a coffee, you have a tea, whatever you're gonna have, and you get to know each other. There's levels to this. These women, like her, they don't believe that level even exists. They just jump straight into whatever they're gonna jump into, the restaurant and the fanciness, because like she said, she's a professional woman, so professional women expect a certain level of service that obviously a regular man can't give her, and she's not willing to settle for. So my whole thing here is the only mistake he had was with talking to her. She was the wrong person for him. He actually, if he paid attention, he actually did a good job. He actually weeded her out. So now he knows she's not the one for him. But in any event, that's all I got for you today. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff there. And until the next video, I'm out.